Welcome back to the webinar. Today I am going to discuss with you not-for-profit entities, accounting for not-for-profit entities in this session. So, the aim or the target of this session is to understand the difference between profit making organizations and organizations which are not mainly operating for the purpose of generating profit. What is the difference between these two? Even though you operate an entity not for the purpose of earning profit, do we need to prepare accounts? Do we need to evaluate the performance? Some of you will think, since if they don't have intention to earn profit, why do they prepare financials? Why do they evaluate their performance? That question may have you in your mind. The direct answer to that question is, whatever the organization you run, irrespective of the purpose of earning profit or not, you are accountable to stakeholders. How do you deliver that accountability? By preparing financial statements. Therefore, to fulfill that accountability, profit oriented business as well as non-profit focused business, which means not for profit entities, both entities, you have to prepare what? Financials. But there are differences when it comes to financial statements. The formats, the way the name we are giving for each and every component can be different. That's a different story. But you have to understand, you must evaluate financial positions and the performance of each and every organization irrespective of whether profit oriented business or not profit focused business. Why? You have an accountability to stakeholders. There are people who have invested, providing funds to profit focused business as well as not profit focused business. Therefore, I am managing their money, right? I will use that money for different purposes. If it is profit making business, to earn profit. If it is non-profit oriented business, that is for different purpose. But I need to ensure I have invested money to achieve business objective. Thereafter, I have to tell them, the people who have provided funds, look here, this is what I have done. That is my accountability. To fulfill that accountability, both entities, you have to prepare what? Financial statements. As I told you, there are differences. We will discuss those differences and we will discuss how not profit oriented business organizations prepare their financials. At the end of the session again, we will discuss few MCQ questions also to see whether we have gathered a required level of knowledge to handle MCQ questions in your exam. Right. The first thing we need to clarify is what? What are the organizations come under this topic? Not for profit entities. What are the organizations? These are the list of organizations that we can classify under this category. One central government departments and agencies, their intention is not to earn profit. Local or federal government departments, again they are not working with the intention of earning profit. Publicly funded bodies providing healthcare and social housing, also not operating with the intention of earning profit. Further, and higher education institutions, their intention may not be to earn profit. Charitable bodies. So, these are the examples, these are the types of organizations, right? Types of organizations for what? Come under not for profit entities. What is the purpose of them? This is the purpose of the organization. They form for the purpose of promoting commerce, art, science, religions, charity, or any other useful objectives, but not to earn profit. They are promoting commerce, art, science, religions, charity, but there is no intention of earning profit out of those activities, from these activities. The next point, intend to spend their income in promoting their objectives. If they earn income, right, they issue tickets, they carry out some concert kind of things, some games, some activities. From that you will earn profit. That income you will use solely for the purpose of achieving that objective. If you are promoting arts, for that purpose. If you are promoting charity, for that purpose. If you are promoting religions, for that purpose, you will invest that money again. You will not distribute to whom? Investor. You will not distribute income or profit to funds providers. But in normal business, whatever the profit you generate, earn, you share with whom? Shareholders. As what? Dividends. But here, that is not applicable. You will not do that. Right? Intend to spend their income to promote their activities, prohibit the payment of surplus profit as dividend to their members. Prohibit. There is no dividend. The fund providers can't expect anything from that. It's a donation to the charity or whatever the organization. You can't expect dividend from them. So these are the purpose and characteristic of not-for-profit entities, right? Then last part, what are the examples for this kind of organization in Sri Lanka? There are sport clubs, social clubs, public libraries, charities, hospitals, educational institutions, right? Temples, churches, all these things are what? Not-for-profit entities. But you may wonder, hospitals, how hospitals come under this? Private hospitals, of course, they work to earn profit, but government hospitals, normally, you don't expect anything, they don't expect profit. That is handled through government funds, right? Free of charge. Difference between profit making organizations and non-profit organizations. The reason is to include this slide that can be tested in the exam as MCQ question. Examiner can set up nice question from this. Therefore, be careful. Give more attention on this slide, right? Primary motive is what? To earn profit. For what entities? Profit seeking organization. If you are profit seeking organization, the main primary objective is what? To earn profit. If it is non-profit organization, primary objective is what? Provide service, not to earn profit. Second point, owners funds versus capital fund. Profit seeking organization, interest of owners known as owners fund, equity, or else shareholders funds. That is how do we identify that? Owners funds, right? Owners capital, which represent owners capital surplus accumulated profit. You have return profit and share capital, both will reflect the equity. In what? Profit making organization. Non-profit making organization, interest of members is known as capital fund, right? Capital fund which represent accumulated surplus or subscriptions. Surplus from income and expenses over income is the surplus, right? Expense over income. That and the capital or subscriptions will reflect what? Capital fund. There is no equity, right? that we will discuss in detail later on. Net results of activities. Net results of activities we identify as profit or loss in profit making organization, but when it's come to non-profit organization, we identify it as what? Surplus or deficit. There is no profit or loss for non-profit organization. There is deficit and surplus. Be careful with those words also, right? The last difference, very important, financial statement and accounts. Both prepare financial statement, but financial statement of profit making entities, you have profit income statement, P&L, balance sheet, cash flow statement, all these things, changes in equity, everything. But when it's come to non-profit making organization, you have what? Statement of profit and loss account replaced through what? Receipt and payment account. අපි කියනවා receipt and payment account. ලැබීම් සහ ගෙවීම්. අපි අතන කියන ආදායම් සහ වියදම්. මේ කියන්නේ ලැබීම් සහ ගෙවීම්, right? And member subscription account is there. And income and expenditure account also there. But in profit making organization, we call it as what? Statement of financial profit or loss. මේ කියන්නේ income and expenditure. Receipt and payment, the non-profit organization or receipt and payments කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? Cash book එක. Right? Income and expenditure කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? Profit and loss account එක. Right? So there is no profit and loss account for non-profit organization. There is no cash book for non-profit organization. They have only what? Receipt and payments and income and expenses. In addition to that, they have members subscription account, which is the capital or equity account into when you compare with what? Share capital when you compare with profit seeking organization, right? Fine. So those are the fundamentals of this non-profit organizations. When it's come to non-profit organizations, fundamental things that you need to understand. So without wasting time, I thought of discussing few questions that will help you to understand each of these things. What do you mean by receipt and payments, and what do you mean by income and expenditure, and how do you deal with this subscription account? So I am going to discuss with these three, A, B, C under non-profit making organization, right? How do you prepare receipt and payment, subscription account, income and expenditure account. Thereafter we can move into discuss few MCQ questions. Look at this question, read it, right? I will work out that in the board, right? But that is not a difficult task because this is very simple, very much similar to what? Cash flow statement. The cash in hand balance of Maharagama Sport Club as at 1st January 2019 was 4,600 and the current account balance 17,200. The treasurer has forwarded following cash transaction for the year ended 31st December 2019. Receipts of subscription, donation, receipts from concert, sale of newspapers, purchase of newspaper, expenses for carnival, groundkeepers' wages, purchase of sport equipments, stationery, electricity, renting of halls, bank balance as at 31st December 2019, they have given. So what they are asking, you have to prepare receipt and payment account for this sport club, right? Simple T account I will use, right? And payment account asset 31st December 2019. December 2019. I'm not worrying about the format of this. Why? Because this is MCQ question, right? Therefore, it is important to figure out the number. So, opening balance you have according to the given data, right? Cash in hand. 1st January 2019, cash in hand. How much? 4,600. 4,600. Right? the current account balance, that is also cash, right? Current account balance 17,200. 17,200, right? The treasurer has forwarded the following transaction for the year ended 31st December 2019. We have to add those to where? Receipt and payment account. Subscription receipts 80,000. Subscription. We don't worry about whether it's relating to this year or last year or if there is any advance. Why? We prepare what? Not income and expenditure account, receipt and payment account. Whatever the receipts you will have to include where? In the receipt and payment account, irrespective of the year of receipt. Right? If you are receiving anything in this year, you have to include it. Sometimes this 80,000 reflect, part of it can be arrears or part of this 80,000 can be for future or next year. We don't worry about when we prepare receipt and payment account. But when you prepare income and expenditure account, yes, you have to figure out the income for the year. So then the arrears part of this and advance part of this you have to separate it. But here we are not worried about it. Since we are preparing but cash book, which means receipt and payment account. Donation received 15,000. Donation 15,000. Right? Then receipt from concert. Receipt from concert. How much? 20 receipt from concert 25,000. 25,000. Sale of old newspapers. You are selling newspapers. Sales 1,500. 1,500. Those are cash inflows. Purchase of newspapers. Purchase of newspapers, how much? Expense, right? Cash outflow 7,500. Purchase. Newspaper 7,500. 7,500. Expense for carnival, right? Carnival. Expenses for carnival. How much? 18,500. 18,500. Ground keepers wages, right? 20,000. Wages. 20,000. Purchase of sport equipments 25,000. Purchase sport equipments. Right? How much? 25,000. 25,000. Stationery 3,000. Right? Electricity 8,000. Expenses, right? Simple. Rent of halls 15,000. Rent. This kind of small questions can be tested in your exam, right? And final examiner asks, what is the cash in hand balance? Sometimes can be tested. Bank balance 31st closing balance. Bank 31st December 2019. How much? 19,200. So they ask in what? Finally, you have to calculate what is the cash in hand balance. This figure they are asking. Cash in hand. The balance in figure. Right? Calculate it. 4,600 plus 17,200 plus 80,000 plus 15,000 plus 25,000 plus 1,500. So 143,300. 143,300 minus 7,500 minus 18,500, 20,000, 25,000, 3,000, 8,000, 15,000, 19,200, 27,100 balanced figure. So this is the cash in hand balance at the end of the reporting period. So this is similar to what? Cash book. මේක හරි සමානයි මොකටද? Cash book in profit oriented business. Profit making organization එකේ cash book එක තමයි තියෙන්නේ. But we call it as what? Receipts and payment account. Right? Fine. So we have done one example with this. The second example, income and expenditure account. ඒ කියන්නේ profit making organization එක මොකද්ද මේක? For profit making organization this is what? Profit and loss account. Profit and loss account, but here we call it as what? Income and expenditure account. Given below is the receipt and payment account of Janashakti Rural Development Society for the year ended 31st March 2017. Receipts and payment account they have given, right? Opening balance 100, membership fees inclusive 2,000 received for the year 2017 and 18, 35,000. Interest income from investment 15,000. Interest income from bank 100. Deposit, bank deposit 100. Sales proceeds of bicycle 2,500. Wages, rent, printing, postage, cycle, purchase of bicycle, furniture they have given, and closing balance they have given, cash, right? Required, prepare the income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st March 2017, taking into consideration the additional information below. They have given some additional information. By using those information, you have to prepare income and expenditure account for the period ending 31st March 2017. 500 from rent expense are applicable to previous year and accrual for the current year 7,750. The book value of sold bicycle 3,200. Accrued expense, printing expense at the end of the year 250. Depreciate furnitures at 10%. Very simple questions, right? Try to quickly figure out this. So finally you want what? Surplus of the deficit, not the profit or loss. Huh? Income and expenditure. As at 31st March 2017 for the year ended. Right? Fine. So what are the numbers they have given? So we have to calculate income from members subscription, right? Income and expenses we have added. Income subscriptions. Subscriptions you have received how much? 35,000. That is there in cash flow receipt and payment account. 35,000. Receipts and payment account. That is the cash flow they have received during the year. Yeah, cash flow. But when you prepare income and expenditure, you have to consider what is the relevant income for this year. In that, it has been mentioned, right? Out of 35,000, 2,000 includes 2,000 received for the year of 2017 and 18. 17 and 18. So this is for 2017 and they have received advance. Oh, next year for subscription for next year also. That you can't include in this year. You can include in receipt and payment account. Right? ලැබීම හා ගෙවීම ගිණුම දාන්න පුළුවන්. But ආදායම් සහ වියදම් ගිණුම මේක දාන්න බෑ. මොකද මේක ආදායමක් නෙමෙයි මේ අවුරුද්දේ. Part of it relevant to next year. Therefore you have to deduct 2,000 from that. So then 33,000. 33,000. Right? Then in receipt and payment account, another income is there. Interest income from deposit. Right? Interest income from investment and interest income from deposit. Both we can take together interest income. $15,000 plus 1,000, 100. So investment income 15,000, interest income 100. 15,100. So altogether 48,100 is the total income. Then expenses you have to adjust. You have to adjust expenses. What are the expenses they have mentioned? Wages 36,000. No adjustment to wages. Huh? You have to be careful with adjustment also. 36,000. And next item, rent. Rent, there is an adjustment. We have paid rent 6,000, right? Out of which 500 from rupees 500 from rent expense are applicable for previous year. Previous year එකක් ගෙවලා තිනවා and year and accrual for the current year 7,750, which means out of 6,000 rent, 6,000 is the cash flow, right? 6,000 is the cash paid. A cash paid last year, the previous year rent එකක් තිනවා. You have to deduct it 500 and another 750 to be paid. Accrual basis, no, we prepare accounts. Accrued expense එකකුත් තියනවා. That is also for the year, relevant for the year. මේවා double entry නේ දානවා accounting, accrual basis of accounting. මේ 6,000 ඇතුලේ ගිය අවුරුද්දේ තියෙන ටික අයින් කරලා because this 500 relevant to last year. In last year's income and expenditure accounts this is included. This has included and this 750 to be paid, therefore you have to include in income and expenditure account. So then the difference plus 250, 6,250, right? And printing expense 1,450 rent printing. There is an adjustment to that, right? Accrued printing expense for the year ended for the year 250. So then you have to add 250. 1,700 then, right? Thereafter you have postage expenses 250. Postage. Straight away, no adjustment. 250, right? Purchase of bicycle will not reflect in income and expenditure because that is not income or expenditure, that is capital expenditure, right? That will be there in the balance sheet entry, right? Furniture they have purchased 6,800, right? Look at other adjustments that we have missed. book value of bicycle sold 3,200, right? Sale of bicycle අපි bicycle විකුණලා තියෙනවා 2,500, book value of it 3,200. Profit, sorry, loss. That's a loss. Loss of sale of what? Bicycle. $3,200 වටින එක 2,500 විකුණලා තියෙන්නේ. 700. Loss එක. Right? First adjustment we adjusted, second one also adjusted, third one also adjusted. Depreciation on furniture 10%. Furniture we have acquired 6,800 depreciation. 6,800 into 10%. 680. That's all about the transactions, right? Now you can calculate the profit. 36,000 plus 6,250 plus 1,700 plus 250 plus 700 plus 680. 45,480. So deduct 48,100. You have surplus of 2,420. Don't call this as profit, this is surplus. Right? Surplus. You will add this to accumulated fund. Right? Fine. So that's all about income and expenditure account. This is simple account like profit and loss account. Right? Fine. We have done. So then third one, accumulated fund. Right? This is another new concept you need to understand when you prepare financials of not-for-profit for entities, not-for-profit entities, right? Okay. Accumulated fund means this is the fund accumulated within the organization of all excess income from year to year. It is like retained earning of the organization. That is the retained earning for profit making organization. But for non-profit organization, we call it as what? Accumulated fund. This is equal to capital account in other organization, which means equity, right? The excess transfer from income and expenditure account for the period and substantial donation will be accumulated in the fund, right? Whatever surplus or deficit you will add to accumulated fund or substantial donation you will add to this. That is what the accumulated fund definition. Members entry fee and admission fee. You can't join with non-profit organization without paying anything. There are annual subscriptions payment you have to pay, and annual or joining fee also you have to pay. And how do we deal with those things when you prepare financial statement? We will explain here. This is the fee charged by the organization for enrollment of new member to the organization. If you take a new member, you have to pay something. That is membership and members entry fee, right? In general, this has charged to the income and expenditure account in the year which it is received. That will charge to income and expenditure account in the year you receive it, right? මේකත් එනං තියෙන මොකද income and expenditure account එකේ මොනවද? Membership fee. Depending on the revenue and capital nature, this can be treated in two different ways. It can be a revenue nature or capital nature. Revenue receipts. As a revenue receipts and transfer to income and expenditure account. As a revenue receipt, you can charge it to income and expenditure account, which is this account. Capital receipts as a receipt and directly transferred to where? Accumulated fund. කොහොම හරි යන්නේ accumulated fund එකට තමයි අවසානයේදී. But if it is revenue nature, first you record in income and expenditure account, so then that will reflect in surplus. Through that you will add that to accumulated fund. But if it is capital nature, without channeling through this income and expenditure, straight away you can plug it to a accumulated fund. That is the accounting treatment for members entry fee. Next one, subscription and membership fee. Don't misunderstand, this is entry fee, this is subscriptions. Once you join with such kind of organization, annually you have to pay subscriptions. We are talking about that. This is entry fee. Entry fee එක අරකයි දෙකක්. Right? Entry fee කියන්නේ one off payment. Join vendor. Subscription means annually you have to pay. Subscription is the major source of revenue income for non-profit organizations. Correct? That's the major source of income. And this is charged by organizations to maintain the operation of the organization. To maintain operations organization, you charge this. These subscription amounts are paid by members of the entity to continue their membership. Members only will pay subscriptions to continue their membership. Subscriptions may be paid periodically, normally usually on yearly basis, or lump sum for the lifetime membership. Right? Lump sum payment කරන්නත් පුළුවන් for lifetime membership, or annually you can make these payments. The membership fee is recorded in the receipt and payment account. Cash book එකේ වගේ, right? Receipt and payment account. At the time of receipt and subsequently transferred to membership subscription account in the ledger. Right? At the time of receipt you will record in receipt and payment account, then you will charge to subscription account. After making a necessary adjustment to available credit balance in subscription account, the value of the member's subscription for the current year will be transferred to credit side of the income and expenditure accounts as an income. Very simple. First you record where? Receipt and payment account, then you will record in subscription account, ledger account. So then you will do some adjustments to figure out what is the relevant figure for that particular year. Once you figure out that number, you will charge that to income and expenditure account. We will do one question, so then you will understand easily. The accounting treatment depends on whether subscriptions are periodic or lump sum. Right? That depends on that. Periodic subscriptions. Let's say periodic subscriptions. This is how do you record? How do you record in financial statements? Right? This is very important. I think smart. If it is the question from non-profit organization relating to calculations, this is very good question that examiner can set up, because income and expenditure accounts are similar to profit and loss account, receipt and payment account very similar to cash book, but this is something new. Therefore, we will work out this question, so then you will understand that easily. Read that till I erase this board. Right. The following information is relevant to subscriptions of Samagi Sport Club for the year ended 31st for the year financial year 2019. Total subscription received during the year 2019 58,000. That is receipt amount, which will be there in receipt and payment account. Receipt of subscription for the year 2020 8,800. Advance wage. Right? Arrears of subscription for the year 2018 rupees 1,200 has been received fully in this year. මේ අවුරුද්ද සම්පූර්ණ ගණන් හම්බෙලා තියෙනවා. right? 2000 has been received in the year 2008 for 2019. ගිය අවුරුද්දේ මේ අවුරුද්දේ ඇඩ්වාන්ස් එකක් හම්බෙලා. Arrears for the year 2019, how much? 1,500. 1,500. Now you have to prepare subscription account, right? This is important to understand. Therefore, be with me till I explain this question. Subscription account. For 2019. Here, arrears and advance, opening balance, you have to enter. Opening balance of arrears, right? Arrears and opening balance advance. Somewhere here it will balance, right? Brought forward advance, brought forward arrears, brought forward arrears also you have to calculate, right? මේවා format මේ format එකට යන්න. ඒතර මෙතන brought forward arrears නම් මෙතන එන figure එක මොකද්ද? carried down arrears. එහෙනම් මෙතන එන මොකද්ද? carried down advance, right? And receipt double entry මොකද්ද? receipt එක 58000 නම් වෙනකොට receipt and payment debit, credit what? Subscription account. Receipt and payment. Don't forget about this format. Very common question in any exam, any format of the exam, right? මෙන්න මේ ටික fill කරගන්න ඕනේ to figure out the amount you charge to income and expenditure. This is what we are going to figure out. මෙන්න මේක තමයි උත්තරය අපි හොයන්න යන. අනිත් ඔක්කොම informations එක දීලා තියෙනවා. The purpose of preparing the subscription account is to figure out the amount you charge to your income and expenditure account. Three things we are talking about now. Income and expenditure account, subscription account, and receipt and payment account. Right? Now we can look at the numbers. Total subscription received during the 58,000. You have received 58,000. Fill in the blank. Right? 800 received subscription for 2020, 800. Advance you have received next year 2020 වලට advance 800 you have received. That's the brought forward balance. Is it difficult? Simple. Arrears of subscription for 2018, rupees 1,200 has been received fully in the year, in this year financial, in this financial year 2019. Arrears, opening balance එකක් තියෙනවා 2008, 1,200. We have recovered in this number. මේක ඇතුළේ තියෙනවා මේක. Right? Opening balance. Then 2,000 has been received in 2018 for 2019. 2018 will advance එකක් හම්බෙලා තියෙනවා for this year. How much? 2,000. 2,000. Right? Arrears for the year 2019. මේ අවුරුද්දේ arrears එකක් තියෙනවා. How much? 2019. Advance for 2019. Sorry. Paid in 2018. How much? 1,500. 1,500. Now all blanks you have filled. Now it's a matter of calculating amount to charge to income and expenditure. 2,000 plus 58,000 plus 1,500. 61,500, 61,500 minus 1,200 minus 800, 59,500. This can be tested in your exam, right? All figures can be there, and and 4 answers can also be given by the examiner. So select correct answer. So then you have to figure out this. This is how you handle subscription account, right? This is the point that I want to explain you. So cash book similar to payment as receipt and payment similar to cash book, income and expenditure similar to profit and loss account, but subscription account is something new that you need to understand, right? Fine, we have done it. So this is pilot paper question. Consider the following statements. Not profit for organizations prepare income and expenditure account. A partnership is regarded as separate legal entity. Partnership, separate legal entity. Which of the following statement is true or false? First statement for true or false. Not profit organization prepare income and expenditure account. Yes, they prepare income and expenditure account, not the profit and loss account, right? First statement correct. Second statement, partnership is regarded as separate legal entity, which is completely wrong. There is no separate legal entity, right? So first statement correct, second statement false. So the correct answer is what? Answer B. That is pilot paper question. These are model paper questions. Look at this. A not-profit organization, not-for-profit organization includes religious organization, yes, trade unions, yes, clubs, yes, educational institutions, yes. So the answer is what? All of above. This kind of question can be tested. In non-profit organization, NPO, membership paid every year known as entrance fee, legacy, subscription and donation. Every year if you pay membership fee, what is that? Entrance fee? No, entrance fee we have discussed. This is what? Subscription. A not-profit organization prepares receipt and payment account, yes. Trade-in account, we didn't discuss that. Income and expenditure account, yes. The correct answer is what? A and C. An income and expenditure account reveals cash position, no. Surplus or deficit, yes, that is reflected in income and expenditure. Capital fund, no. None of above, no. Right? Sometimes examiner can income and profit and loss, no. It is deficit and surplus. From income and expenditure account only you have but surplus and the deficit. Donation received for specific purpose is credited to income and expenditure, no. Credited to specific fund account, yes. Why? That is specific purpose you received. Therefore you can't credit it to where? Income and expenditure. You have to credit it to what? Specific fund account. Through that you can take it to accumulated fund. Credited to a capital fund account, no. None of above. Answer is B. Question number 7. Subscription received in advance, an asset, liability, income and expense. What? It is a liability, because next year income you receive this year, which means you receive in advance, you have a liability. Next year you have to charge it to P&L. Excess of spot expense over spot fund, excess of expenses, excess of spot expense over spot fund, debit to income and expenditure account, deduct from capital fund, show on the asset side of the balance sheet, no. None of above, no. You will debit to your income and expenditure account as an expense. In interest on specific fund, right? Credit to interest, income and expenditure, or no. Why? Because this is specific fund. Understand that. Credit to specific fund account. Nah. specific fund received also we have recorded in specific fund account, interest on that also you have to adjust to the same account. Debit to specific fund account no, credit to capital account no, the correct answer is what? Credit to specific fund account, right. Lifetime membership is a liability, asset, expense, none of above, it is a liability, lifetime membership, year on year you have to amortize. Subscription received by a school for organizing annual function is treated as what? Capital receipt, revenue receipt, asset, earn income. This is annual event, right? Sporting annual function, therefore you have to recognize that what? Revenue receipts. Capital receipts are represented in where? Balance sheet, trading account, profit and loss account, manufacturing account. Manufacturing accounts not applicable, profit and loss account also not applicable for non-profit organization, trading account also not applicable, but balance sheet you prepare, therefore you have to include where in balance sheet. So those are the questions that examiner can test under this topic. So important areas of this not-profit organization also we have discussed, and in addition to that MCQ questions also we have discussed. I think that is fair enough to handle exam questions. In addition to these MCQ questions, I recommend you to give more attention on this subscription account. Examiner can test smart question from that. Thank you.